Good day, everyone. It has been a sunny day today, so I planted my lilies and also found this geranium at Costco yesterday. I love the flowers, they're blue, so I bought them and potted it up today. So I put those two types of lilies in this pot and also repotted all my amaryllis, actually 5 of them. There's still like 4 that's blooming at the moment. So I repotted them and gonna let them stay outdoors because it's been warm lately, so they're gonna stay outdoors. It was like a nice and sunny day, but then suddenly the fog started rolling down. It's foggy again, but I still have to do this video because I wanted to finish it up today. For today's video, I'm gonna be showing you how I make my cactus and succulent mix and what substrate I use. So I use a separate substrate for my cactus and also a separate one for my succulents. But before that, if you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to like my video. First, I'm going to be showing you how I make my cactus potting mix and what substrate I use. So I use pumice for drainage and to aerate the soil. It also absorbs excess moisture so roots don't rot. So I use 3 parts of this. Next one, I use 2 parts of perlite, which provides aeration and drainage. So 2 parts. Next one is vermiculite, which is great for water and nutrient retention. This one is kind of is wet because I forgot to bring it inside, and when it rained, yep, it got wet. Next one, I use sand for rapid drainage. That's 1 part of sand and 1 part of vermiculite. I also use zeolite, which improves drainage, also good for soil aeration and for nutrient and water retention. I use 1 part of this. And zeolite is also rich in trace elements and minerals, and it can also absorb moisture from the air. Next, I add 1 part of potting soil. This adds nutrients to the substrate and it also holds on to moisture. That's 1 part of soil. And the last one is coco peat. This is good for water retention and drainage, and it's the best of all natural alternative to peat moss. So I add 1 part of that. I try to avoid using peat moss because if it dries out too much, it's just too hard to rehydrate it, and it also retains too much moisture, which can harm the roots and lead to root rot. So I'm just gonna mix this all up. This is gonna be a nice gritty mix for my cacti. So it's made up of 80% inorganic and 20% organic. Okay, so let's try it. There you go, very nice gritty mix for my cactus. So that's my cacti mix. Next, I'm gonna be showing you how I make my succulent mix and what substrate I use for it. And for my next one, this is how I make my succulent mix. First, I have 2 parts of pumice for drainage and to aerate the soil. 2 parts. And next one is perlite to provide aeration and drainage. That's 2 parts of perlite. And then I use vermiculite, which is great for water and nutrient retention. That's 2 parts also. And then I have potting soil, 2 parts of potting soil to add nutrient to the substrate and holds moisture too. And then lastly, coco peat, which provides drainage and for water retention, 2 parts of that. And let me mix this all up. So this is gonna be different from my cacti mix, because my cactus mix is more of a grittier mix compared to my succulent mix. This holds more moisture than the cacti mix. Okay, there you go. And that's my succulent mix. Next, I'm also going to be showing you how I make my lithops mix, because I also love collecting lithops and I've got several of them. So I have a separate mixture for my lithops and I'm going to be showing you that too. And next one is my lithops mix. So the substrate I use are pumice, 4 parts of pumice, and then 2 parts of perlite, one part of sand, 1 part vermiculite, 1 part zeolite, and half of the coco peat, and half of potting soil. And let me mix this all up. So my lithops mix is mostly inorganic. It's only 10% of organic, 90% inorganic, and 10% organic. And I put more pumice in this mixture. And crumbly, very gritty. So I'm gonna be showing side by side all my 3 mixes, all 3 potting mix, so you can see the difference. And there you go, side by side, all 3 of my potting mix. This one is my cactus mix. Next to it is my succulent mix. And then the third one is my lithops mix. So if you could see like the difference, my cactus mix has more of the organic substrate in it. And let me move the succulent mix so you could see. So this is my cactus mix. and this is my lithops mix. So if you could see, you could like see the difference. Not much of the organic substrate here. On this one, you could tell, you could see it that there's mostly, there is more organic substrate in this mixture compared to the lithops mix. And that's how I make my cactus, succulent, and lithops mix, and what substrate I use. So this soil mix works well in my environment because it gets humid mostly around the noontime because of the fog. So if you want to try to experiment on the soil mix, just try experimenting and see which one works with your environment or your growing conditions, and whether you're an overwaterer or underwaterer. As I tend to become like an overwaterer, so this soil mix really works for me and for my environment too. So that's it for today's video. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Thank you in advance. And from foggy South San Francisco, thank you so much for watching. And as always, stay safe everyone. Maraming salamat. Bye!